Here we are, 62 days into the collapse. I'm looking for old Farmer Joe. I'm trying to find his camp. He said if I ever find anything good in my scavenging trips, come see him. Well, I know the old man likes to smoke. I know he hasn't had a cigarette in months. So I'm looking for his location. His little hideaway. I found a pack of 305s down the last house I was scavenging. Most of the people are already gone. Some people went into FEMA trucks and they never came back. Pretty sure I know what happened to them. I'm out here alone in the woods, trying to be quiet. I know Farmer Joe is around here. He said his camp was here. Haven't really talked to anybody much lately. We don't really see any more looters or anything around. Gangs already control the cities. So that makes it easy, because I'm not in the city anymore. Glad I put some supplies away. 2 months in, all I'm worried about is security. But my wife's a light sleeper. That's good for me, because I'm not. I got a couple of real ones at the camp. Couple of real ones. They do perimeter checks, spot sweeps. It's pretty good. We're set up pretty nice. We prepared ahead of time. So when this happens, we don't have to worry. So all we worry about is security. We got plenty of water, plenty of food. We got enough supplies to last a while. We haven't had many run-ins either, which is good. But I haven't been able to find Farmer Joe nowhere. He said his camp was over here. I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I know he comes this way every day, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He likes to trade. The old man is a super prepper. He's been prepping a long time. I want to trade these cigarettes for something. He always said if I don't see him, go and wait by the safe zone. I don't want to make too much noise. There's a building here where there's people. They could be marauders, I don't know. We're making do with what we have over here. Thankfully, I can sew, I can cook. I know how to make soap. That makes being sanitary not such a bad thing. We check our CBs every once in a while. See if anybody's still out there broadcasting. Anybody like us. It's got supplies. We never answer them. We don't want to give out our location. People will tell you anything when the world changes. They'll tell you that they've got supplies, if they're a well-formed group. There's been a lot of people that are tricking people, saying that they're going to give safety to people. And what they do is they rob them and kill them. Yeah, I've heard stories. People that barely got away. 2 months. You know what happened in the first week? The first week of the collapse? It was economic collapse. Everybody said it was going to happen eventually. I found myself a Miller High Life. It's not cold. Nothing's cold anymore. It's probably going to taste very flat. Taking my hat off here. Yeah. We don't know what happened to most people. Like I said, FEMA came and got some of them. They willingly went into the trains and the trucks and the helicopters. They said, come with us for your safety. A lot of people believed it. I wonder what happened to them. God, where is Farmer Joe? This is taking way too long. I gotta get back to my wife and my group. Oh, man, he's never late. Wonder if he ran into some trouble. Does he need some backup? Glad I'm armed. It's very quiet. That's the thing that people don't tell you. It's the quietness is the worst part. Being out here alone, the quietness will get you before anything. People just start sneaking up on you. You don't know if they're friend or foe. Farmer Joe said he has some good people with him. I'm hoping they're good people. But I stay armed. I sleep armed. I can't trust anybody I don't know. I barely know Farmer Joe. Farmer Joe tells me he's got power with his solar and all. So do we. So that's good. But Farmer Joe tells me that he watches. He only uses the power when he has to. He doesn't run lights at night. He keeps everything very hidden. He doesn't even eat at his home because he doesn't want marauders coming through. I know the marauders had a field day the first couple weeks of the collapse. They had marauders and wolf preppers and all the criminals and drug addicts and everything else were going insane, man. They were going totally insane, man. The acts and horrors that I've seen, oh my God, man. Makes my stomach turn just thinking about it, dude. I don't know who I'm broadcasting to. There's no electricity. Everything went dark. Economic collapse. And all utilities went out. Some people say EMP also happened. I just know there's no electricity. Do you know, even during this, people were looting stores, grabbing TVs. Yeah. The fucking world just collapsed and people are grabbing big screen TVs and shit. Some smart people got the food. Stores are a barren wasteland. But I already had my supplies. I wouldn't dare have gone out. Not during this, the first couple weeks, when all the crazies took over. I always remember people would say, well, keep cash on hand. And if something happens, go to stores. Go here, go there, buy this, buy that. I couldn't put me or my wife in harm's way. I always stuck to my guns that whatever I had at the time was all I had. And I'll scavenge the rest. But Farmer Joe's taking a long time. I hope he's okay. If not, I can always trade these cigarettes to somebody else. I'm not sure what I'm trading for. I got all my supplies I need. We're only 2 months in. We're doing okay. I miss fresh meat. Our gardens are starting up slowly. Very slowly. But we never kept any animals. I'm not walking by Publix now to get hamburger. I'm not walking up to the farmer's market because there is no farmer's market. We're our own farmer's market. There's no EMS. There's no police. There's no fire department. We're on our own out here now. A lot of people couldn't take it. Checked out early, if you know what I'm saying. People got scared. The unprepared were scared. It was a horror show. I stayed in my home for 3 days of this nightmare, watching buildings and houses get caught on fire, hearing the gunshots, the screaming. It got too much to bear. I had to go. So I went to the bug out location. We were pretty stocked there. A lot of stuff that we had at the house, we had to leave. We tried hiding stuff, burying it underground, and hiding it in a false wall. It'll probably get stolen though, or the house will get torched, so I just lost a lot of my supplies. But I never kept everything at one location. I was smart. So we monitored the CB. Thought I heard someone. Is that Farmer John? Farmer Joe? Farmer Joe, is that you? I don't really like talking loud because you never know. You never know who's around the corner. The animals are really hungry too. Dogs without their owners. I'm sure they're feasting on human flesh, so you gotta watch out for them as well. It's a whole different world here, baby. I don't know why I'm recording this. I don't know who's gonna hear it, if I'm ever gonna upload it. I believe there was an EMP. I know it was grid down. I just know it in my heart. But we had economic collapse. They tried pushing CBDC. A lot of people went for it too. A whole lot of people went for it. Then they all started getting cut off left and right. Something happened. And even the digital currency wasn't safe. I just don't know. I'm glad I was a prepper. I didn't tell a lot of people. Not because I was scared or didn't trust them. I didn't want them to be a marauder to me. People you trust and know about you, they'll be your marauder before any stranger will. Life here has not much meaning anymore. You can get killed for a Twinkie out here now. If you even have a Twinkie. Or a cupcake. Man, I miss tacos and I miss sweets. I never used to eat sweets. Hardly ever. Back when the world was still the world. Man, I could go for a nice cupcake or donut or something, man. Thankfully, I'm not just stuck with just rice and beans. I have some emergency food. Got a lot of canned goods. I was smart enough to grab a whole bunch of canned goods when times were good. I shudder at the thought of the people that didn't even do that. Man, we're 2 months in here. 2 months. I've seen more hell in the past 2 months than I've seen in the past 44 years. It's crazy. You just can't get the screams out of your head. The shooting. The looting, the rioting. People desperate. Mothers trying to feed their kids. Fathers trying to feed their kids. I'm sure people fed on themselves too, in desperation. Oh, if only they would have prepped. I can't share my supplies with everybody out here. I got a wife I got to worry about. I got a couple people in my tribe I got to worry about. I was never a millionaire. I can't afford to take care of everybody. I couldn't save many people. I tried. I wanted to. I just couldn't. It takes more money than I have. So I grabbed my real ones, my tribe. And here we are. Talking to you while I'm waiting on Farmer Joe. God only knows if he's ever going to show up. It's not like him to be late. But here we are. And here he's not. I hope he didn't run into any trouble. Any marauders. That's the thing people don't tell you. most of the marauders were gone. A month in, most of the marauders were gone. They either starved to death, or they killed each other, or they got killed trying to take from preppers. That's how it happens. But some preppers weren't as prepped as they thought they were. In turn, they became marauders. And they were very organized. But they picked on the wrong people. Most of them got iced so fast, you could have called them iced tea, baby. It's just the way it goes. But every day there's more marauders. More desperate people. I never know if staying at one place is a good idea. I always keep telling my wife we should keep moving. That's the problem. Having a home base is good. Defending it, that's another problem. And if you jump from spot to spot, your chances of encountering marauders gradually increases. So I don't know. I'm going to catch 21 here. All right, I'm waiting a little bit longer for Farmer Joe. If he doesn't show up, I'll throw the cigarettes down somewhere so I can barter for something else. What I really want for a pack of cigarettes is I just want some coffee. I have a little bit of coffee left, but I can't grow coffee. And there's none to grab anymore, so that's kind of a bummer. I'll even take instant. But whatever. I don't think he's going to show up. I sat here waiting. Waited almost 20 minutes for Farmer Joe. Well, I just wanted to give a report. 2 months into the collapse here. Keeping my ears open. Making sure I don't hear footsteps of any kind. I don't need any marauders over here. Like I said, I don't know who I'm broadcasting to or even why I am. I guess I'm one of those that wants to document the collapse. Maybe if I give a future report, I'll tell you what's been going on. We're so busy. Life is so much harder. The Amish don't care. We're not used to this kind of life. With no electricity, no money, no safety, no one we can call. It's a different world out here. All right, I love you guys. I'm guessing Farmer Joe either got snagged up or he didn't come this way. So I don't know. It's not a wasted trip because I got to talk to you guys, whoever you guys are. I got to watch my surroundings. Making sure everything's okay. Nothing foul is afoot here. But yeah, this is Tomcat from the wasteland at the safe zone. And if you get this message, don't be a marauder. Have yourself some supplies, because a lot of people would be here today if they had supplies, if they just would have done a little bit of prepping. They wouldn't have had to go crazy like they did, man. So if you hear me, prep up, pray up, stock up, stack up, learn the skills. Because this world now, it's a whole different animal. And it'll eat your asshole. I love you guys. Stay safe. I'll pray for you, you pray for me. I love you. Tomcat out.